Back.
And we back.
Now we said one more again.
One more time.
You better not.
One more time. God has gathered us together. One more time. Yeah. Say one more time. One more time. Yeah. God has gathered us together. One more time. Walk with me.
Welcome back, everybody, right there, man. Y'all, we just heard an A selection from the good brother, Sekondsun. That is second with a K-S-U-N.
Right on, because I am Carolyn's second son.
I had to go and do that intro, man, because you know.
This is my good brother.
I go by the name of Barrlean, man. They gave me that name, man, 21 years ago. I've been going by that, so that's what it is, man.
Yeah. Welcome to the Walk With Me podcast series, and as y'all can see, family, we are in the press box.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you're in YouTube world, go ahead, do the kind gesture, hitting that subscribe button, so that you can be fully aware of every time we pull up, man, and get ready to pull out the information, pull out the big guns with the facts, you know. Subscribe, like, share, and tell somebody to tell somebody.
Please do.
Walk with us.
Walk with me.
Hey, it's been a week. How your week been, my brother?
Everything been peaceful, brother. Peaceful. You see what I'm saying? Everything peaceful, copacetic. You know, we got 10 toes down and making sure, you know, we keeping our immune system up, because as strong as the immune system is, that's as strong as the mind, body, and soul can be. That's just what it is. You see? So we, you know what I mean? We're doing everything that we can to stay on top of that issue. You understand? And we like we say, we transmuting words, and we talking about no Rona. Knowrona, meaning we just need to know so we can know how to move. And that one way of moving, like we saying, is stand on top of that immune system, making sure, you know what I mean, you doing your due diligence on, you know, making sure the body gets, of course, plenty of water, stay hydrated, and then, you know, behind that, you know what I'm saying, making sure you are consuming nutrients and minerals.
You got to have your vitamins.
You see? So your like we saying, your whole immune system is on point. Then, at the same token, the SpiritMan gonna be on point to lead you and guide you in a righteous way.
Because if you're sick, if your body is sick, then your mind is gonna be right there with it. You can't go to work. You know what I'm saying? Money don't mean a thing to you. You can't go make none if you're sick.
All right.
Your whole mood, man, is about nothing but healing. So why not stay on top of it and get in front of it? You know.
How's it been looking for you this week? You know what I'm saying? This is 325, mind you, people. By the time, you know, you see this in, you know, another day or whatever, but this is 325. This is what they call hump day.
Yeah, how the song say, man? I won't complain.
Okay, there it is.
Won't complain, man. Everything, like you say, copacetic, man. We steady moving, staying active out here.
Right.
And that's what we're gonna do, man. Just thankful and grateful.
Staying in that mode. Therefore, we can, you know, attract positivity. As long as we're on that vibration of being thankful and grateful, you know, and making it our business to stay keyed in on the good. You know what I mean? No matter how it may seem or look, you have to dig deep, family, and go into your secret closet of whatever you do. You see what I'm saying? And find the motivation to stay on top of this thing, man, right now, because this is definitely spiritual warfare at its finest.
You better believe it. You better believe it, man. The number one thing that the enemy has always used is fear.
There you have it.
If you got you scared, man, you ain't no good to nobody.
There There you have it. One of those the enemies of God. That's the Antichrist.
Amen.
Fear. You see? Yeah, that's not godly.
They can't exist in the same space.
There you have it. There you have it.
And I'm to the point where myself, this is just me personally, but the whole religious concept that they taught us was to be scared of God.
Right.
That don't sit well with me.
Never did with me either, bro.
I don't fear nothing but God. You scared of yourself, bucko?
Yeah, you see? Do you really realize what you're saying?
They mixed us up with that one.
For real. Because you can even relate that to fatherhood. You know, being a father. I've always said that I don't want my children to be scared of me, because if they scared of me, it might be a conversation that we need to have. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
That this fear of, well, I don't know what that go think or what he go say. Me personally, you see what I'm saying?
True.
I've always made it my business to keep that line of communication open with my children, and it's never been that what we would call that dictatorship mentality or vibration or frequency there. That's what that is when you're talking about fear me. When I walk in a room, you want pins and needles. You see what I'm saying? And you're my child.
Right.
That don't make sense. When I walk in a room, you should feel comfort. You should feel protection. You know what I mean? You as my child. Yeah, that should be in my eye, like you said. It didn't sit well with me either, brother. Young, I'm talking about young. That concept never did sit with me well. Like, huh? I need to be scared of him when he's the provider.
But I know why they put that out in there and push that on our heads like that, because the same shit you just said. If it's something that we scared of, the questions that we read in that good book, that holy book,
right,
that make us scratch our head, we don't understand. When you start to ask questions, people bat you down and tell you, you know what I'm saying, don't question God.
Yeah, right, got you.
You know, so now we scared to ask questions, or we scared to challenge how we were raised, or often the religion that we were raised. We scared to challenge it because this God that's in the sky is looking down and gonna punish us if we don't believe some bullshit.
Right, got you.
You know, so I get that part too.
Yeah, but and again, that never made any sense. And then, you know, of course, when we go into the whole book, you know what I mean, what we call the Holy Bible, we'll find instruction in there that tells us we don't have no business to have fear. But again, the only way that you can get in that frame of mind of being fearless and living a fearless life, you see what I'm saying? There's a specific, remember we was talking about this machine, this grand machine that the divine intelligence, you see, has made for us. There's a specific way that it run. You remember we said that, family? You see? There's some specific oils and rules and laws that you need to abide by and obey in order for you to stand on law. You see how that works, family? Stand on law, meaning you are God. You in your God body. You in your Godship. Now, when you stand under law, meaning you understand, you see, under law, then that's when the sickness set in, and fear, of course, is something that encourages this whole process right here, as far as you not being able to realize that you are God and you have specific laws and guidelines about you that makes you up to be a God, that you, when obeying them, you see, you benefit from the godly lifestyle. Now, on the total opposite end of that pole, you see, the law of duality has it to where, you know, where there's good, there's evil, or where there's good, there's bad. You see? So what we're saying here, where the fearless power is, on the other end of that pole is the actual fear. It has to be fed. You see, family? Each one of the ends of these poles is supposed to have balance. That's the whole key, and a part of the whole what we say goal in life is to live in mayat, in balance, in harmony, you see, with nature and with the universe and these laws that the universe has set out for us. When you obey them, you see, you bring the balance in to where fear, of course, doesn't rule this other end that's fearless.
Ain't no power in fear. Ain't no power in fear.
You see? You're powerless.
Speaking of power, you know, that's why we are gathered in the moment that we are to continue to dwell on these right here.
The 12 Powers of Man series we got it going on.
Again, go to Amazon, go to a black bookstore in your city, and it ain't even gotta be a black bookstore. Tell them you need the 12 Powers of Man. You can get online and get this book for probably $10. And it's one of your spiritual tools that you're gonna really need. If you're saying that you are on a spiritual journey, if you're saying you woke, if you're saying you are a godly person, if I said I'm finna be the coldest basketball player in this region, but you ain't never seen me with a ball. You ain't never seen me at the park. You ain't never seen me at the gym. So something ain't adding up. So if you want to be on this path, then you got to get the necessary tools, you know what I'm saying? And one of the tools that we do have is books, you know what I'm saying? You got to put the time, you got to put the time in. You got to shoot jumpers in the gym in your mind, you know what I'm saying, with these books. So let's dwell back off into this, man. Last week when we left out of here, if y'all noticed, if you watched that last show or any show, I just want to say thank you first and foremost.
Absolutely.
But we was in here running this so tough last week, got sidetracked, and they look at the camera and it cut off on us.
Out of there.
So
We were going in.
yeah, so we're gonna
Out of
pick
there.
the ball right back up and take right back off, man.
Where we dropped off was, you know, now that we got it patched all back up, was we were right there at the point to where we're speaking about this, the operation of specifically how the body operates as it relates to the 12 organs, the 12 major organs of the body. You see, because of course we're tying them in with the 12 powers of man, where there's a power for each organ, for each major organ. There's a power, and we're wanting to get the best out of this machine. So we're trying to highlight the fact that the blood, you see, to now we're talking about the human body, of course. Obviously, that we're talking about the organs. The blood is the foundation, you see, of this machinery. The blood is pumping from the blood pump 12 different directions, going to 12 different departments in the body. Now this blood, inside of it is cells, you see, and the blood doing a 360-degree circulation again from your head to the sole of your feet. Your blood is pumping, is rotating in a 360-degree motion. You see, so meaning that this blood is touching every organ in the body. You remember we said that the brain, you see, one of these major organs, one of these 12 major organs, the brain itself, this is what they telling me now. Look at this, family, how it works. Book of the Human Body. In this book, you see, just one of them, you know what I mean? You can get any book that relates to the human body and it's, you know, has literature in there telling you how the body works. It's all going to tell you that the brain has billions of cells in it alone. You see? Billions with a B. You see? So once again, when we talk about the 12 powers of man, and we know that the brain is the concept of the central banking system because it houses the central nervous system. That's where your central nervous system starts, in the brain, and then it connects down to the rest of the body. Again, going through 12 different departments or divisions, connected to 12 different, 11 other different organs besides the brain. You see? So the most important part here, once again, is the blood.
I know it was the blood.
See?
So they were saying, when they were singing that song, they was really on the song.
Exactamente. Exactamente. Like we said before, those old ancient religion, what we call the old time religion, those type of songs right there. Give me that old time religion. Those songs all carry symbology in them, and the symbology of them all was, like we saying, relating to the body.
But it was lost. It had been lost into to be simplified in ways where we think that we are talking about the blood of quote unquote Jesus that we are pouring in our little glasses every third Sunday,
and not ourselves.
And not ourselves.
Exactly.
I always say this, man. I look at the book like any story you read, any book you read, you go, or movie you watch, you see a character in there, and you be like, that's me.
Yep.
That remind me of me.
Or that's who I want to be.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with the Bible. Like, why not try to be the star of the movie?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I understand why people really don't want that role.
Right.
Because in the end, he had to die.
More than like, yeah.
He had to die. He had to hang on the cross.
Himself. Yeah.
People don't want. Everybody want to go to heaven.
Right.
Don't nobody want to die.
Because there's power in death. We got to know that, but that's a whole nother conversation.
But while we on that conversation,
okay,
let's pay respect and honors, man, to one of our greats.
That's right.
In our community, you know what I'm saying, of knowledge, consciousness, health, blackness.
Yes.
The brother Laila Africa.
Yes, the great
doctor.
Yeah.
To those who are familiar with him, then you know the contribution that he gave to the community as far as his literature that he wrote, the health books. I got several DVDs, and you can go all on YouTube and really take you a 12-hour course and come out a better person just off of his information.
That's right.
So he transitioned amongst the ancestors, man.
Dr. Laila O.
About 2 days ago.
Yeah, I believe it was on the 22nd. I believe so.
Sound about right.
Yeah.
And I said I was thankful for the honor, man, to be able to be in the same space and actually hear him teach. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good thing. That was cool several years ago. But go check him out, man. Again, we pay respect. And we dedicate this show to the brother, man.
To God.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I know for sure that we'll be in honor of him for sure. We'll be doing a melanin show because we got that book, so we can come out of it just like we coming out of 12 hours, man. Because it's very important to know the powers of melanin. It ain't no game, family. You know what I mean? We just, you know, my melanin is popping, and you know what I mean. It's easy for us to, you know, start these, you know, little slogans and, you know, mantras or whatever, which is good because the word is God and it brings on the vibration or whatnot. But we really need to know, like, again, see the melanin, and you know, if you've been rolling with us, that you've heard that word and we've mentioned it already since we started this 12 Powers of Man series. Because again, the pineal gland is what produces it, you see? And if it, being the melanin, has this, you know what I'm saying, where we get our rhythm, you see what I'm saying? Where we get that, where we get our rhythm from, and where we, brother, you know what I'm saying, dig this, you see what I'm saying? Hey, brother, what's happening? You know, all of that. All that is the melanin, you know what I'm saying? All the way connected to the creativity. Because you know that the melanoids, the so-called black people of the world, are super duper creative.
it.